Okay, here we are, my brother. Start on evolution of Khanya. We're just gonna call ball just to get the jinx of the sound that is about to drop. It's an EP, right?
Yeah.
So people obviously wanna know why evolution for Khanya. Tell us, as a story, Palapi, send down and it's Palapi. If you're selling, it's evolution.
Okay, this is how it is, Evolution of Khanya. It's more like Khanya. We are putting transforming ISIXHOSA. It's more like development in the ends through music. Yeah.
Sure.
So it's the evolution from Ababonga Khanya, because when it I think the projects is 6 Zonges no Khanya. There was out of Khanya 1 to out of Khanya 3, and then there was like short letter from Khanya Deluxe. So this type of Khanya that I'm about to put out there has evolved so much, from Lam to Bendinguya back then,
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so when can we expect the project? And if we couple next week, why specifically we choose a local? You know what? Let me just couple the project. Because remember, last year, 2021, it was hectic on your band, it was opportunities on your band. And we couple the deluxe version, as we were talking behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But we're like now, the corner is an evolution of Khanya. Why now and when is it dropping?
I wouldn't really say the date of the drop, but I would say that very soon. Anytime, just expect that ticking time bomb,
What's up with that? I noticed with musicians. I don't know. I just want to know if you can talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, what's up with not revealing a date? Is it a surprise, or you?
Me with music, I'm always like that. Like Zongi projects is drop on specific dates, so
sure.
I have to know about which date I'm gonna drop the project before they confirm it to the people, because it's not the music is about them, but me I'm doing things that I know that they are good for me, Yeah.
So how many tracks?
We got like 8 songs.
8 songs.
We got like 8 songs.
EP.
The EP is done. I don't even wanna hide that. The EP is done,
Sure.
Just short and just some few engineering, and then I put it out there. But soon I'm gonna be dropping the song with the Blue K. I'm gonna put it out there next week. I think Thursday next week.
Sure.
Yeah. So that's gonna be the first song that I'm gonna be dropping before the EP. But it's a first that I kind of like. I'm just taking people to the to the dance, to the stage to dance, and at the same time, and to have that kind of message about, okay, Khanya, we know that's Khanya, but this Khanya has evolved.
Talk like you released Khanya Deluxe, 24 tracks, and now it's an EP.
Okay.
No, number no more.
Okay. Yeah, there's a question.
There's a question.
Yeah.
But like it's going to start saying forums, so.
Okay. Forum.
Yeah. But mhlawumbe wena ibindawoni ukusenza EP ibingeyoqala kanye ngokuqala.
For forum, I think it was forum means sekudala ezinyingoma senzenzile. Forum, I did forum after when we went to forum, just came back and we told Utiara team to pull up at the studio, but she couldn't pull up to the studio. Utiara team is one of the KR members, Khanya Records. So we felt like doing the track and just putting it as it is. The feeling during the track was too. So we felt that we're not speaking about the place of the forum in Zani, but we were talking about the experience that we got from a forum, like featuring my brother Fig.
So the forum song live
Yeah.
Away. So me, I wanna know, and surely the people wanna know as well. Specifically on that song, I've realized one thing, but it's very different from the Khanya Maykee that I know, me myself. So would you say in that specific song is part of Khanya evoluting in becoming other version? It's a matter of saying, but you know what, I can also do this, but collab.
You know, when it comes to the game, I've always been someone who doesn't want to be known, you know. When it comes to the art, you could go back, I've always been changing, you know, like names, sound, all that. I'm still experimenting, and I feel like I'm reaching my that's why I'm saying it's evolution of Khanya. I'm reaching my potential self now, and I feel like I can see where I'm going. So yeah.
Yeah, I think before we take other questions, if
Yeah.
corner like we're gonna question, like this is a free space, like you said. Yeah, yeah, corner like we'd love to ask something, whether it's about the EP or anything,
Yes.
Jay.
About
Yeah.
the ingoma indaba news. Why we busy indaba la ngoma so title yayo.
And why did you specifically choose as an artist with Fisher Shepherd? It's how many artists? It's Pinky and who?
Oh, it's only Pinky.
It's only Pinky. Yeah.
And produced by Dinero.
Yeah.
Dinero is from Blackhead. During that process, it was a point of like I've noticed that although, you know, I'm independent, like I barely veki Joe, like ngabona ngikamalam or somewhere, you know, like the love people are showing in the streets. So I felt like it's always news for me, because every time I jump on the, you know, on the media, I see my name, but I don't know. I think it's because of climbing Diasabenza. But yeah, I wanna thank everyone for that, you know. So I just did the song news thing about Izindaba or on these vibes and you know, and telling people about the way perspective of you, Galamzuzu. But the song, yeah, Pumelela, like yeah, the manifesteka yonke lando, you know, like Davela Nyane we news on billboards all time, Cape Town, you know. Shout out to Zota for that beautiful documentary. So yeah.
Please, my G, before we go further with the interview, if we still have time,
Yeah.
Most people, they cry. We get in the industry, we work with people,
Yeah.
and you'll find people saying, oh no, me, I'm not being recognized. No one is sending a shout out to me. At this moment, my G, I would love you to send a shout out to Ababan Spanish project, whether producers, whether rappers, whether I don't know, but I would love. Yeah, shout out, so that we know.
And you know, like the artists that have featured on the project are fire. So I really don't want to, you know, detertain too much. But it's going to be dope. Or but my message to the people, you know, on the project is that we can do this. Yeah, but about Khanya, it's just the shine that keeps evolving. Khanya, Khanya Maykee, you know, till Khanya nation.
You had a question?
Yeah, ngabuza mhlambi ngeziphi mhlambi highlights mhlambi eziphaku album eziphi ingoma mhlambi nothi ngafana abantu benozova lena nalena so baza lose ingqondo zabo.
When it comes to that, I really, you know, don't have enough. I really don't have any favorite song of mine. I just feel like whatever that I'm doing is, you know, just great, you know. But I love the energy that the artist by Fakile, you know, and the amount of work and with the producers, the engineers. Yeah. But and say that the whole EP is a bomb, you know.
So I've got a question too. So when I make dropping in another EP
Yeah.
do you expect I mean, okay, let me say, what reaction do you expect from us, from your fans, from people about my life?
Me, I always say, like, I don't have fans, you know. I have a family, biological, let me put it that way. So we are fam. Always, like, when I'm doing something, I know that we're moving with the people. Of course, with the mindset, yeah, but I'm always evolving. The music, yeah, but yeah, was back when a bit childish, but as well cool. Yeah, of months, but no, I'm learning a lot of things. So you pass those things to those people. Yeah, but maybe they can take it even further. So what I'm saying is that, like, Evolution of Khanya is a local motivator, but I'm motivating in a way that everybody could just enjoy, you know. Yeah.
Last question is, after the EP, what are you gonna drop? Are you just gonna drop singles, or must we wait for an album
After the EP.
after the EP?
Okay, after the EP, Out of Khanya 4 is already done, you know. So I think I might release Out of Khanya 4 before the end of this year, like I did yesterday. Last year I think I dropped. I didn't. Last year I was just pushing deluxe. Since the past years I dropped like too many projects. So this year I'm just gonna drop Evolution of Khanya and Out of Khanya on the way. Out of Khanya like is highly anticipated because I think it's the last project of Out of Khanya. So it's the final project. It's the final P, like from Out of Khanya 1 to Out of Khanya 4. So now we're just gonna expect that fire, really, Lord.
Should we ask more?
Yeah.
Okay. The very interesting part, Maji, I don't know you much, but I've never seen your manager. I've never seen the people that you work with.
Yeah.
And most of the time, I always hear you giving props to people that access to there and there. But most of the time, I hear giving props to yourself because you put so much work in what you do. Like I said last year, 24 tracks project, the deluxe version, and now it's an EP. Where do you get this energy from? Like, what keeps you going, even though, like, because surely there's a lot of things are happening, obvious, but this consistency for lonely, let me just.
Me and Mike get along. Like whenever I'm around the microphone, you know, or the melodies or whatever that has something to do with the art, you know, my mind just twists. So in the world, sometimes, you know, the best story, but I'm in my zone, but I'm with people. Like the filler melody, and then the art, and then there's these words on my head. I feel like the Mike, that's why I'm saying Mike, we will really get along. I think it's tricky when I'm making them because I always make sure that they are recorded.
Sure.
Can I add to what you were saying, Khanya Maykee? Like now I'm thinking this was, I'm gonna say this guy dropper after dropping, like you see most of the artists how they doing, by a dropper EP, dropper after a while, and you sing in Islam. So what Ta Ncasa is saying, if you want to feel like energy, the motivation of you keep going off you recording all the time, because earlier on guys had to be stayed up apparently. Because when I'm a student as a span, so they don't go to compete and as new artist, or just to give a message and motivate you and Nabanaba talent now.
I feel like to open the question I feel like nobody knows about Uzupila on earth. So I just want as many ideas to be out there before I could live. So I feel like there are a lot of ideas that I have on my mind, but the ingasending us too much. Was to delete the computer, was to crash or last USB. So ingasend the copy idea about by you know.
Challenges wadibana nazo ngoba usenza le EP and then was overcome kanjani?
Yeah, there were a lot of challenges. While I was doing this EP, you know, like let me start it from scratch, you know, like Women and the EP. When I started doing this EP, I was already done with my project. So it was just a matter of I have to select which songs must I drop, you know, which song. Like I was under pressure with that, like the question we get here to about a team. So it was something like that, you know, like the people that I work with, it's usually people, you know, I network with. It's people that we meet on the internet, or we meet there at the networking spot. when it comes to that, I always prefer, you know, working with people I don't even know. People like who come from their Khayelitsha, and then come from a side, and then Sibonisan. So like there were a lot of challenges, but the challenges didn't hold me back from going to the studio. You know, I was always around the studio. Whatever happens, you know. Last year, you know, got dropped at my homie. You know, we went to a show in Houtbay and then got dropped. They took, you know, the phone that had a lot of contacts and a lot of my music. You know, even during La Wayne, I will create more songs because I won't stop. The only time I stop is when I go 6 feet. Yeah.
For me, it's the last question, because you're gonna make me cry, nigga. Yeah, brother, man. Oh, my question.
Yeah.
It's kind of different with the Minas Bosa.
Yeah.
Me listening to you, I get a lot of passion about the gas. I get a lot of passion about the whole basika. I'm gonna mix what we have and then go there. That's what I get when I listen to your music. When as a person, when as an artist, when as you Khanya Maykee, what's your ideal society? If men's a woman, an afro, 10, intelligence and all that. But when I play society to switch a one, then for man, because I see you have a big heart when it comes to the cars. Whereas abanye bantu like balawe bayohaya kusefunuvaya mnabo yohaya apha sibuyisele emva rather than try. But when you are more optimistic, unalawe bahasuka ngumbuzo uzola.
Sure.
So answer me.
What I can say on that question is that, like, me conveying a message is not always titled. Like, I'm always someone who motivates in many different ways, you know. Depends about, like, what mood I was in. I also do music like that, you know. I don't write today and then I record tomorrow. If I do that, I lose the flow and then I end up scratching everything. So I love to do it at a space, like Songulo, where I am, and the motivation that I'm giving to people. It's always something in the feeling, you know.
Shout out to Street Vision.
Shout
out to Maykee. Shout out to Evolution of Khanya. Shout out to everyone is here.
Culture.
Shout out to Noli. She's the only female laugher. Make up nyana. I won't say my street culture score na. To access laughers is a lot of there.
Shout out to you for the taste.
Hey man,
for the taste.
you know what it is. I feel like I'm